welcome back to Zero TV and Zero Podcast. I'm Rotak Pata, your usual host. So, guys, welcome to 2022. I hope your 2022 is going well for you. Your goals, you're smashing them. I have a really good feeling about this year. I think this is actually going to be a really good year for us. It's been a tough 2 years, but I have a good feeling about this one. And I hope your personal finances, as well as your spiritual life, your soul, everything is aligned and you're smashing it. Yeah. All right. So last week and a half ago, I promised a podcast, guys, on the post that I made about how to save, invest, and earn more, or for a better 2022. So I'm going to be talking about that because I had a lot of questions about the post and what to do with this. Like, I'm going to share a podcast. So I know you guys have been waiting for this one. So let's get right on it. All right. So, guys, one of the things that I shared for you to get better with your money for 2022 is debt. Let's tackle that debt this year, okay? Let's prioritize it this year. And the method that I suggested on how to clear your debt was a snowballing method. What does the snowballing method mean? This is snowballing method. It was actually conceptualized by Mr. Dave Ramsey. He's actually a personal finance expert, one of my favorites from the US. He's really toughy when it comes to advising on personal finances. And what he was saying about the snowballing method was that no matter how high the interest is with your different types of debt, clear the smallest one first. That is the strategy with snowballing. So basically, let's say you have 3 debts, okay? Well, let's say you have 5,000 pula worth of debt and there are 3 on it. And then within those 3, 1,000 pula is motelo. You know, you have borrowed motelo from a certain group, motelo people, and you're owing them 1,000 pula. 3,000 pula is with the bank or whatever bank it is, and 1,000 pula is with a cash loan or whatever. So that's already 5,000 pula. So basically what it says, what he's saying is prioritize the lowest debt first. So start with your 1,000 pula debt first, and then you can get into the 5,000. Basically, let's say you have 2,000 pula available to clear this debt. Which one should you start with? Start with the 1,000 pula ones. So if you're holding 2,000 pula like this, take 1,000 pula to the other debt, and maybe take 500 pula to the other 1,000, and then take 500 pula to the 3,000 with the bank. And then the next month, you take 500 pula, you still have that 2,000 again, you take 500 pula to the remaining 500, and then take the rest to the 3,000 that was being owed at the bank until you actually clear all that debt. Okay, once you've cleared that debt, that excess money that you actually have, try and make sure that it goes towards part of it, at least most of it goes towards your savings and investments. And the next tip that I talked about on bettering your 2022, your finances, saving and investing and earning more, was talking about saving and investing. Shop around for the best interest returns. What does that mean? Basically, what it means is that when you actually save and invest, make sure that you have put it in investment accounts or savings accounts that have good returns on them. Basically, in interest returns on them. So normally, the way that I advise my clients is, with the banks are good for emergency savings as well as for accumulation of money to actually transfer it into your investment accounts. Where can you get your investment accounts? Asset management companies. Just Google asset management companies in Botswana and find out who they are. Set up a meeting with a financial advisor there and actually find out, okay, I want to invest money. How much do I need for me to open an investment account with you guys? They will tell you. Some of them will probably say, just start with 10,000 pula. So if you don't have 10,000 pula right there, open a savings account with the bank and accumulate that money within your bank. And then actually when you reach your 10,000 pula, move it to your investment accounts. We also have some asset management companies that are actually also hosting customers who cannot afford a lump sum of 10,000 pula initial deposit into an investment account. Visit them, Google and check. You'll find them there. And those are normally unit trusts that are actually normally lower. They take a lower investment amount as compared to other investment products. So yeah, just make your research. Like I said, Google is your friend. And then on this post as well, I talked about being behind your retirement savings. You need to catch up on them, and it's one of the highest priority that you need to do. When you started working, the very first thing that you should have done is to ensure that you have a retirement plan or a pension plan. If you do not have it with your employer, make sure that you do one for yourself. How can you do one for yourself? Just visit any asset management company, the same once again, tell them you would like to open a pension plan for yourself. They will definitely organize that for you. Have a, because normally pension plan is actually what you call a compound interest bearing investments account. So they can actually organize for you to try and make sure that they form that for you. Or you can go to Alexander Forbes and they can help you with that as well, with opening your own pension account. I know there are instances where you used to work for a company that had a pension, now you're working for a company that didn't have a pension plan, and you just left that one and you just moved on with your life, taking your gratuity and just smashing it. So what you need to do is that go and continue with that pension plan. You can actually open a private one for yourself and continue contributing towards it, contributing the amount that you were contributing plus the one that for the company that was contributing for you, so that you have something when you retire. You don't want to be stranded when you retire. This is very, very, very crucial. Please make this a priority. Okay. And then another thing that I also talked about is, diversifying your income. You want to make more money, either you engage your employer. Maybe it's time to have that conversation with your boss. Sometimes your bosses can read your mind, guys. You are probably working hard. Yes, you probably deserve a promotion, but sometimes they'll probably think, I don't know if she's interested in that promotion, or he or she was interested in that position. And then they advertise the position that you actually wanted and you didn't communicate. You wanted it, right? Or that post that you wanted and you're not communicating. And you think, I work hard, I think they will actually consider me. No, not necessarily. They don't read minds. So please do approach your boss, have a conversation with your boss about your aspirations and where you would like to go. Good leaders have these kind of conversations with their employees, with their team members. So do initiate the conversation. You are also a good employee when you initiate this conversation, so that your leader actually has an idea of what kind of plans do you want for yourself, right? So that they know. So do that so that you can see if there is room for promotion, and if you also have earned it. All right, another way of doing it is creating a side hustle. What is a side hustle? Basically, a side hustle is just creating another source of income besides your job, if you have a job. How can you do that? Where do you start with that? Just think about something that you're really good at and try and monetize it. All right. I'll give an example with myself, guys. I'm really good at talking. I'll tell you that. And I'm also really good with personal finance advisory. And what I've decided to do, I'm podcasting it and getting sponsors for me to podcast this kind of valuable information. And guess what? I get paid for it. So this is something that you can do as a side hustle, and it ends up actually becoming your main business and your main source of income. And also another way of creating another source of income is through investing, guys. When you actually invest money in compound interest bearing investments, you can actually leave your money invested eventually, but the sooner you do it, the better. And then you get to just earn interest while your money remains invested. So these are the kind of things that you can do. Just think about what you are good at and see how you can monetize it. All right. I hope this was informative, guys. I wish you a blessed 2022. Let's smash it. Let's have a good time this year. Remember, with personal finances, they are always personal, literally personal to you and what you are and what you like and who you are. Okay, you can use other people to benchmark or just just to get inspired, but otherwise it comes back to you. Who are you? And do exactly who you are. All right, I wish you all the best, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Bye for now.